Right. This one good. Come. Take it. From here.
Nandun kayo mag-isa. Ay, nandun yata. Kay Mary. Ayan mo, pero. One, two, three, smile. Okay, what's more? This is your leg. Let's like that. This is the smile. Smile, natural smile. Okay, one more. Smile. Like you just only show your feet.
Hi everybody, my name is Fred Tam and I am the founder and the CEO of F1 Technical Analysis. Do you know how to pick the correct stocks? If you don't, then why not let me and my team do the analysis for you? I do that night after night. I look at every chart every night, and I know which stock is moving and which stock is not. And those stocks that are moving, I will choose and pick it up and put it into my newsletter. I'll send it over to you. So, if you want to know which stocks can go up tomorrow, when to take a profit when you're right, when to cut loss when you're wrong, if you like to subscribe to my newsletter, then click the link below. Let us ride this bull together.
Ask questions.
Hi everybody, my name is Fred Tam and I am the founder and the CEO of F1 Technical Analysis. Do you know how to pick the correct stocks? If you don't, then why not let me and my team do the analysis for you? I do that night after night. I look at every chart every night, and I know which stock is moving and which stock is not. And those stocks that are moving, I will choose and pick it up and put it into my newsletter. I'll send it over to you. So, if you want to know which stocks can go up tomorrow, when to take a profit when you're right, when to cut loss when you're wrong, if you like to subscribe to my newsletter, then click the link below. Let us ride this bull together.
Three from trading Malaysian stock realistic? Let's see. There are many ways to trade stocks, and if someone's talking about earning daily, that means they are doing scalping. So why do some people scalp? One, they have time to monitor the market as they trade. Two, they aim to make quick and small but frequent profit. And three, their capital is huge enough to do so. So how much can a scalper earn in a single trade? Let's do some quick math here. So if they put 10,000 ringgit in a single stock and sell it when the price rises as little as 3%, they can earn 300 ringgit easily from there. So if you look at it like that, with just simple math, it is achievable. But of course, not everyone can achieve this just by having huge capital. For successful scalping, trading strategy, accuracy, and money management are crucial. And this is exactly what we teach our traders here in F1 Academy of Technical Analysis. You see, when we scalp, we only aim to profit from a few cents or percentage increase. For an example, here we have a potential bullish flag on the 20th of June 2022. When it breaks above the trend line, the next day, we can buy and then sell on the same day for a 3% profit, which is what one of our students actually did. He made 3.04% profit in a single day from that trade. Another example, take a look at this. After analyzing the daily chart, our student dived into the intraday chart. Then he saw a potential buy during a rebound from this sharp drop and made a quick profit of 1,200 ringgit. So you see, that's what our students are capable of doing, scalping the market independently. And so, do you learn something from this? How much a scalper can earn, how much capital they need, and also how scalping works in general. So, if you want to learn how to independently scalp the market, check out our social media page, Facebook and Instagram. Contact us and join our F1 FIFO stock trading course. See you there.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fred, and I welcome you to my weekly KLC market outlook and stocks to watch. Once again, after a long Chinese New Year holidays, I am so happy to be back. Hey, so how have you guys been? Have you been making a lot of money? I certainly do hope so. Before I start, I'd like to do a sound check. Is it okay? So that I know if you can hear me. So please type onto the chat box, clear if you can hear me. Thank you. So let me have a look. How many of you are coming in? Let's see. Okay. Can you hear me? Peter? Hi, Peter. Peter Boo. I haven't seen you in a long while. I'm more than 20 years. Thank you very much for tuning in. And do write to me, yeah? Do chat with me. Not loud enough. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Thank you for that feedback. Not loud enough. City No clear, Lawrence Lee clear. It is clear, but is it loud enough? Or maybe I should speak a little bit louder. Okay, let me just see. Eugene, clear? Now, so you guys are clear enough. Clear is fine, yeah? But is it loud enough? So I guess I will continue now, since you guys didn't complain about that part. Fatima, hi. Clear? So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to my weekly program. And also thank you for the opportunity to share with you my views about our market and our stocks to watch today. Before I start, I am obliged to read to you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. Myself or my staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Now, trading involves risk, including possible loss of principal and other losses. If investment and other professional advice are required, the services of a licensed professional person ought to be sought. Today, my talk content will be as follows. I shall start with market outlook. And before that, like to talk about the January effect, and then the market outlook, and then stocks to watch. And then I will finish off with some Q&A with you guys. If you have questions that you'd like me to answer, and I'm sure you have, I'll be most glad to answer them. Okay, I'd like to bring you back to last month. Remember, the last time that we met here was on 4th of January. What happened? Now, I showed you this chart. I showed you this diagram. Basically, this is the yearly phenomenon known popularly as the January effect. You remember that? Right? The January effect. Now, I said then that some studies showed that if you buy stocks in December and then you sell them in January, you are likely to make money. We call this the January effect. Remember or not? So some of you might maybe haven't heard of this before. You didn't come and attend our January 4th seminar talk. So here it is. The definition is like as follows. January effect is the tendency for stock price to rise during the beginning of the year, particularly in the month of January. You buy, so what you do is, one of the strategies is buy December, sell in end of January, and you're likely to make. Did we? So my question to you is, did you see a January effect this year? I like to ask you. So if you could kindly, okay, those of you who are stock traders, did you make money or not this January? If you did, then there's a January effect. There's a January effect. But on which stock? Was it KLCI or was it mid and small caps or what? Was there a January effect? Let me ask you this question. So I want to have a look at the chat box. Please type into the chat box. Yes, there is a January effect. No, there is no January effect. Huh? Let me have a look. All right. Clear, but not loud enough. It is not loud enough. So try me. Thank you very much for that feedback. I'm already shouting on top of my voice. And let's see. Maybe my audio. No, Peter, it's not your audio. It is our side as well. Not only you are experiencing the problem. Mary, could you kindly take a look? Can you check? Okay, why the audio is not loud enough? Not loud enough. So I need to use Bluetooth speaker. Oh, that bad. That bad. Hold on. Hold on a minute, yeah. I'll get Mary and Cherry to sort it out for me. Is it better now? Is it okay now? Yeah. It is okay now, yeah. So let's talk. We were talking about the January effect. So how many of you did feel that effect? I mean, yeah. That your stocks that you bought rose and you make money. If you did, then you have experienced that January effect. And may I know on which stocks did you make money on? Is it the KLCI stocks or was it the mid and the small cap stocks? Like SciPark lah, went up 130% lah. So I mean, you're around there, you're inside here, we talk a lot about SciPark and you hit the nail on the head. SciPark was, a tremendous stock, and there are many others as well. Ewin, San Francisco, SYP Tech, etc., etc. But if you bought other stocks like the KLCI stocks didn't have any January effect. There is no January effect on the KLCI stocks because it started at 1495 and it ended at 1499. It was only up about 5 points during that month. So that is really no effect. And if you had traded blue chips, you wouldn't have made money. Since Dato' Seri Anwar became the prime minister, and the stocks went up, on the 24th of November by 4%. Ever since then, nothing happened if you had bought the CI stocks. So in January, there wasn't any January effect. Right? But is it all the stocks don't have? No, there are other stocks that have felt the positive January effect. And what is that? That will be the mid and small cap. So to answer this question, is there a January effect on the mid and small cap? The answer is yes, undoubtedly. There is a January effect. In fact, more than a January effect. There is a very powerful, what we call a bull run in the mid and the small cap in the month of January. IBM went up 8.2%. And in the process, it made 20 consecutive higher high for 20 consecutive days. From the 1st to the 31st and extended into the February the 3rd. There were 20 sessions. From my experience, reading about consecutive new highs, the Japanese has got a pattern called 8 to 10 new price highs or price lows. They only counted up to 10 consecutive and that's it. They gave up. They say that, look, if the stock goes up or the market goes up 8 consecutive days in a row, look, it's likely to correct. It's already highly overbought. And this one goes right up to 20 highs before correcting. Isn't that fantastic? So this has been a fantastic run. Look, if you don't call it a bull run, what do you call it? My question is, how many of you caught it? Please type into the chat box if you caught this mid and a small cap bull run in the month of January. I mean, if you're not excited about it, it's because you probably didn't buy those stocks inside there. But if you did, look, January has been a tremendously good month, great month for those of you who actually bought into these stocks. And those of you who actually have been and is our subscriber, newsletter subscriber, you are likely to have bought it because every day we are sending you newsletter after newsletter saying that, look, the mid and small caps are great, and those are the uptrending stocks that you should be in and should be buy. Right? So let's check how many of you caught it. Tell me, don't be shy. I know Mr. Suhaimi, you caught it at least in Saipa because we discussed a lot about Saipa. But there are quite a number of others besides Saipa. Like what? Nilex lah, okay, went up pretty a lot too. Velasco lah went up pretty a lot too. SFP Tech lah went up a lot too. Tech Cycle, 8 times, Encom, and so on and so forth. So there are a long list of it. Let me show you. So this is where our newsletter caught the mid cap and the small cap bull run newsletter of the 10th of January. Let me just show you that this is the newsletter of the 10th of January, okay, this year. And look, this is what we wrote, and I'll just, highlight the important points, okay, to show you that we actually did, okay, issue out a newsletter on the 10th of January saying that our mid and small caps are in a new 7-month high close when nobody is actually bothered about our Malaysian stocks. They think that, oh, it's better playing American stocks. But honestly, the bull run is at our own turf, in our own backyard, and we are looking for gold in other people's backlight. So can you see the power of yesterday's move? We said. And then I'm highlighting to you, yesterday saw a few signs that portray tremendous strength in our market, especially in the mid-cap, small-cap stocks. And they are, what are they? There are 4 reasons why we say, look, these mid and small caps they are going to run, they're going to fly. There is, number one, the presence of an up gap. And an up gap strongly suggests power in the stocks inside the mid and small cap index. Today, expect the mid and small cap index to rally strongly. We said that on the 10th of Jan. And guess what? Our stock, the mid and small cap rallied up to the 31st of Jan, went even up to February the 3rd before it made a correction. Yeah, of course, this is February month and it has gone up, 30 days. Obviously, it need to take a rest. So if it is pulling back, that's fine. Let's wait for this correction to end, and then will be another uptrend, another uptrend. Because these stocks, they have moved into a trend from a sideways now, as opposed to the KLCI. And there are 3 other reasons why we argue in favor of a strong mid and small cap stocks run. And we were correct. And they are the presence of a Marubozu, unfolding of a flag breakout, and the appearance of a turtle up arrow, which means above the high of the last 20 bars. And so there you go. So now, this is our table, just to show you, right, to summarize and to convince you that these are the stocks that rallied, and it's rallied by so much, and they are mid and small cap. Did you see any KLCI stocks inside here from 1 to 14? Did you? No. Many of the stocks, I don't think some of you have heard before, because they are new stocks. Or some old stocks like Nilex, right? And they come back again. And to be high flyers, to be great stocks to be in. But you compare with the KLCI. I just take the KLCI. So let me just show you the KLCI. There you are. This is the KLCI. And you see how much did it go up in the month of January, from 1st of January to the 31st. It only went up 12 points if we take January the 1st. That one was taking the 30th of December. So that's why we get 5 points up. Here you got 12 points up, which is a miserable 0.8%. If you bought KLCI, you made virtually nothing. But if you bought, look, mid and small cap stocks, right? Look, how much is it? 8.2%. And that's because, you know what? We have a system to track, to tell us whether or not a stock or an index is bullish. And that is TAD here, TAD. T stands for turtle, A stands for atom, and D stands for dark. When you see 3 arrows are green, okay, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, they're green arrows on the T and the A and the D. This means that the index or the stock is bullish. And if you look at the KLCI, you see 3 arrows, red arrows down. That means the index is weak. So we will not want to touch the KLCI stocks, but you touch the mid and small cap stocks. And look, every one of these stocks from 1 to 14, they are all green, green, and green. So our TAD system straight away is able to help us to identify stocks that we should be entering and stay away from stocks that are all red in color, which I'll show you later. So these are times, okay, it's a 21-cent stock. So it's a very small stock. It's a penny stock. It's a stock that many retail investors, you can afford to invest in. You buy 10,000 shares, you only pay me, so 2,100. You pay the broker, not pay me. 2,100 bucks. And look, it doubled in value, in price within 1 month during the January effect. And it made 102%. Imagine 102% within 1 month. I mean, do you want to make it? Not if you have a stock that can fly like this, isn't it? But the challenge is, how do you identify a stock like this? Okay, that is able to make so much out of the 1,000 over stock. The answer is we do a scan. Then TAD helps us. The next one, tax cycle, right? For those of you who are following the stock, it went up 98.8%. And in SaiPak, I mean, this is the darling of the investors at the moment. It is SaiPak, and one which is one of them. Okay, and how much did it go up by? A 98%. Encom, 87.5%. Nilex, okay, which is related to SaiPak, thing the board was SaiPak bought over Nilex, and it's 67.7%. EA Tech gave 57.6%. Velesto, a very, very popular stock amongst retail investors, this one, which is an oil and gas company, it is 57%. And Econ, Bahat, 37.5%. SFP Tech, up 34%. Anju, 33%. High Tech, 27%. PJ Bumi, 26, Systech 26, Pelican 21. Notice all these 14 stocks, they went up by more than 20%. These are the mid cap, small cap. So if you have bought this, congratulations. Now let me show you another category of stocks that actually didn't move during the January. They didn't have any January effect, and they are the KLCI linked stocks. So KLCI linked stocks, you have a look. KLCI is down, right? So let me give you all the other stocks. Now, Genting, one. So how many stocks have got all three greens? If they're all three greens, they are still not bad. So we have got about 10 stocks that are all three green. Genting, QL, SIME, GenM, PPB, and Tenaga. And that's about it. So if you have, now these are the stocks that at least if you want to purchase, these are the stocks that you could be thinking about purchasing. And did it make money? Oh yeah, it did. But a very, very nominal, small amount. They perform less than that of the second and the third liners, like the mid and the small cap. Genting is the most. It went up only by 10%, Dialog by 8%, and so on. And other than that, if you're buying banks, my goodness, you have RHB Bank that is only up 1%. You have CIMB Bank that is only up 0.88%. And you have got Public Bank. Quite a lot of people like Public Bank. You know, it's a very good bank. All these are all very good stocks, don't get me wrong. They're very profitable. But I don't know why. That they're just, the players are not playing it, that's all. I thought, you know, we have a good government now. There's a change over to a new government, and Dato Sri Anwar is doing a good job. Yeah, it went up 4%, but that's about it, you know. So and the TAD shows, it's telling us that look, the Fed at the moment, I know these stocks are fundamentally strong, but they are not in vogue. Okay, they're not being bought up. You know, perhaps investors are looking for some cue, some catalyst or catalysts that they are not seeing yet from the Malaysian government. You know, in terms of you know, the budget, maybe they're waiting for some goodies or what to be announced, and not yet. Nothing is solid right now, and so look, it's fully valued. Insofar as they're concerned, they just want to see how it goes, and that's why they're all still red. So you know what? So we are going to stay out, and we have stayed out of this, and still staying out of this until they turn all green, all three green. Then we'll say that is going now a blue chip and index linked stock bull run. Until then, sorry, we are staying out of this. Sorry, we are staying out of that. Okay. Now, so basically summarizing. Hold on a minute. Yes, Peter and Liao, yes, could we reserve this to the last because this is under Q&A. Yeah, I appreciate that you're, wanting to know your stock. And then, of course, I spoke about our times. Our times is bullish, right? We'll get to that, Peter. Yeah. Uh, uh, so please ask me again this at the end of the session, can you? The Q&A, okay? So summarizing, so our TAD system basically is how it can help us to pick, to know that in January, the mid cap and the small caps are moving and not the big caps. All right. So for us, we have shifted our interest into the mid cap, small caps, and which system help us the TAD. So this TAD, I'll make it very simple for you to understand. So basically, yeah, it is that simple. Just follow the three arrows. If the three arrows are pointing up, right? The T and the A and the D, the turtle atom, and that's up is a technical buy. All three. You have 2 out of 3 not good enough. If there are 3 arrows pointing down, it's a technical sell signal. So that's all you need to remember. Now, of course, where to get the software? We have the software. Okay, we teach this course. We'll come to that later. Now, so if we apply this very simple 3 arrow system, let's say to Renuco. Renuco was formerly called K Power. Now, where would it get us? Okay, first of all, look for 3 arrows to buy, right? Technical buy. Where is the place where we saw the 3 arrows? It is on the 8th of November, and we're talking about 2020 now, right? So there is a buy signal here at 101. Why so? 3 arrows are pointing up. Where are the 3 arrows pointing up? Arrow 1, arrow 2, arrow 3. You can't see that over on the left, extreme left, but take it from me, there is a buy arrow there. So we have 3 arrows pointing up. We have a buy signal 101, and you see how from then on, day by day, and this is a daily chart, it just keep on floating up like the hot air balloon that we see across America and all. They keep going up and up and up and up and up. So from 101, $1.01, over a period of about 100 days, it already went to 280, double its price. Okay, now this is for people who are buying and hold. I must add. If you are a short-term trader, you want to buy and then today and then sell tomorrow, this is not the system for you. This is the system for those of you who are professionals, who are lawyers, doctors, surgeons, and all that. Have your own business. Yeah, you're too busy to be there. You just buy and you hold. End of the day, you come back after work, after makan, you open up your laptop, and then you can check your price. That's the kind of people that we are, who will be attracted to this type of system. So which is the TAD. So it all the way up to look after 100 days, and they still a buy, a hold until they have a sell signal here. When we see the 3 arrows pointing now, yes, that's the place that you would like to exit, and that will be 215. If you take 215 and you minus 101, what do you get? You get 114, which is basically a 112%. And over a period of how many days? 100 days. Is that a good performance? Well, you bet. Take a look. That's equivalent to 33% a month. 33% a month. Not bad. So you've got 10,000 ringgit to invest in UK. Over a period of 100 days, you get 3,003. That's basically the calculation, right? And so, summarize this January effect this year. Was there any January effect? The answer is yes. Is it in, what is it in? It is in mid cap and small cap, not on the big caps. Okay. And we nailed it. We nailed it. We caught it. We caught it from the news, in the newsletter, we caught it. And then our members caught it. Okay. And you're a happy lot. And you know it. And what is the system that we use actually is our TAD system. Okay. TAD system. So that's the first part of my talk. Now, the second topic that I'd like to address right now will be the market outlook. So what would be the market outlook for February? And I'll get back to you, Peter Boo, on your at times. Okay, be rest assured, I just be a little bit patient. So right now, let's talk about the market outlook for February, because I know that a lot of you out there are very keen to know, okay, don't tell me about the past. That can't be changed anymore. I didn't go in. Okay, don't rub the salt into wounds. Okay, tell me what's going to happen in February, in March, where I could take advantage of, that I can make the money that I didn't make in January. And I'll tell you that, look, now that you know about the tax system, just follow the tax system. That's all. The tax system, 3 arrows up, and then that plus, I must add, chart pattern must also be a breakout. And that's where you learn chart patterns also from. I've written a book on chart pattern analysis. Yeah, you need to also include that together with your TAD. Then you've got a very, very nice system. So what's the outlook for February? Is it going to be continue to be mid and small cap? Or look, the mid and small cap done already, over already. Okay, forget it. It's already too overbought. Now move on to blue chips. Let's go and buy blue chips. Really? All right, let's take a look. But what I know is, okay, a trend will remain a trend unless, okay, it is there is something opposite force to act against it. So if it is sideways, we will continue to remain sideways. I don't know whether you like to continue to buy a sideways stock or not. Okay, right, which is KLCI. So now, KLCI, like I said, okay, January, Tara Jalan. I don't know why, because there is now a change in the government already. There was a bit of a flutter in November the 24th after Dato Sri Anwar was the Prime Minister, and it went up 4%. And that's it. They got stuck since then. Look at the chart. Into a rut, into a sideways consolidation up to today. From November last year to now, it didn't go anywhere. It's just ding-donging like that. Like the hot air balloon, like floating, with no direction at all. Look, so now, this couple of days, this was drawn 1 week ago, and it actually hit our support of 1465 to 69, and that's a blue color line there. Okay, that's the support. Okay, red over the blue over here. It didn't go below there, so that's good news. Now it's now hovering in between, going up and down between the 20-day, 50-day moving average and a 200-day moving average. So it's actually very sideways. So the way I see it is that this index is looking for the investors are actually still, they are undecided anymore. They're not going to push anymore. They want to see something. They want some catalyst to happen that will help them to make a decision whether they should continue to buy some more or whether they should just sell it down. And I bet this group of people are so disappointed and they're so envious, so jealous of people who are playing the small cap and the mid cap stocks and are making money in the whole of January. Oh, they wish that they had put that money into the mid and small cap right around. So that's where chartists like us, we have the advantage, we see things moving, we will move into things that move, and we don't want to be in something that is like a hot air balloon, up and down like this. Currently, it is like this, and it's going to continue like that. Let's look at the budget of that particular, maybe next week, there will be some goodies that there's rumored to be leaking out here and there, and you know why? How the prices of certain stocks will move up and they'll break out. So we're going to look for a breakout of a range. So that there's a range here. So what is the upper range? Right? If you want to buy CI stocks, if you want to buy banking stocks, wait for the CI to break 1504. And what is 1504? 1504 is the resistance. The resistance over here. So right now is now the hot air balloon is going up towards the stratosphere. There is the clouds here, right? If we can break right through, That's the time that we are going to go in and we say, okay, the budget is taking its effect now on the players, and they are buying the stories. Until now, we don't see that stories uh, being ditched out. I don't see anything. All right, so we just staying out for now. Right? Well, inflation is under control. Interest rates quite stable, right? And then just yesterday, Bank Negara announced no recession in Malaysia. All these are all good news, right or wrong? Why are they still skeptical about Dato Sri's government? Still skeptical. He's doing such a good job, and we are still skeptical. Maybe they want the government, they maybe the players want the government to announce more goodies, right? So let's look forward to the budget. Until then, it's not going anywhere, but it's not going down either. Look at the stochastic, right? Over here is oversold. So we expect it to float. But you are not going to make any money. But let's look at now the mid cap and small cap, which is the FBMMS cap, mid MS, mid and small cap index. What is my outlook for February? The answer is it's going to trend again. But because it already went up so much, it is actually pulling back due to profit taking. Therefore, look to buy on dips. That's basically my view for the next 2 weeks, right up to February. Now, number one is it is in an uptrend. Why do I say so? Well, those of you who are chartists will know that as long as the stock is making, or the index is making a higher high, H2 is higher than H1, and then L2 is higher than L1. Look at that, how it climbed. Day after day. Every day there is a new high. No, can you believe it? You don't believe me, you start counting from day one, which is on the 31st of December, or rather the 3rd of January. It start to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when it broke up into day 6, we caught it. If that was on the 9th of January. That's how early we caught that buy signal, okay, technical buy signal on the mid and small cap, and we call a buy since. All the way, every day. Believe it or not, the hot air balloon keep on rising. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look, this 1 to 20 it is very rare, I tell you. And it happened in our mid and small cap. You may or may not realize, and this is a powerful performance by a mid cap. So it's very, I also cannot explain. While the blue chips, nobody wants it. The mid to small caps, everybody wants it. And if you were following us, look, we'll tell you, okay, which ones people are wanting it. You know, because it's making a high. But it has gone up, look, so many days already, 20. So we expect a correction. And it did. After February the 3rd, it pulled back. And it needs to pull back, just because it's getting ahead of itself, too much way ahead. It needs to pull back. And so when it pulled back, I started to measure the Fibonacci 38, 50, 62. And guess what? So the 38, pull back to the 38% support will be 19,000. And this is the lowest we should expect it to go, because why? It coincides with the tentative trend line here, which if it touch, will become a confirmed trend line. And thereafter, the 38% is the lowest it go. Now, today, I'm actually very surprised. Another doji. So it's not going down. So it's like looking for a bottom already. So so those of you who are monitoring the mid and small cap, monitoring the mid and small cap, you look for now a bottoming out pattern, right? Which is a morning doji star, morning star, whatever. And then when it makes a U-turn, there is a confirmation candle that will trigger a buy signal. And now it's around 38% pullback area. That's around, okay. Then so it has already hit near its bottom target now. And if there is a bullish reversal candle, then you have a a re-enter signal. So we are looking for a re-entry now, for it to give it another shot and for it to move up, the hot air balloon to continue to move up again. Now, it's not good likely to go back down to its old low, because some of you might say, hey, what if it comes down all the way and this becomes a V-top and all that? Look, I would like to use Dow theory number 6 to help me out here, which says that a trend in motion will remain in motion until an object of an opposite force comes out to stop it. It's like Newton's first law of motion, right? Once it trends, it will continue to trend. And look, is there a trend? You bet there is a trend. There's an uptrend in the mid and small cap. So therefore, this uptrend is likely to continue after a correction from an overbought, which is doing right now. See how SaiPa, how it, after 3 days of correction, today, look, it started to do a harami, right? It's not going down any further. So you're seeing buying support coming in to help support it. And maybe after a few days consolidation in forms of flag or a pennant or whatever, and then look for a breakout on the upside to continue the trend. So SaiPa, it can go to $2. No, you won't know, right? $3, $4. Last time in 2020, remember how Great Tech, they go from $1 to $4. How Aventa, how they can go from 50 cents to $5. That kind of thing. So nothing is ruled out here, okay? In terms of trend, once they are in a trend already, they will go as far as they want to go until something comes out and stop them. Okay. Now, if we continue to go, so let me continue. Okay. So the next resistance, the target for the second board will be 19.7. Yeah, it's already here. If it goes up, right, you look for it to test 19.790 and thereafter to 20.500. So this is fantastic. So I will say that this, so far, these 2 months, this year perhaps is the year of the mid and the small cap. It's the small retail stocks that are getting the interest. I don't know. So now, so what are the sectors that are the most leading of the mid and small cap? I'll just read to you. One is industrial product. And when the market economy reopens again, so obviously the industry starts to kick in and they'll get the most profit and growth. Therefore, industrial product stocks are likely to be the strong sector stocks, like at times, okay, Tech Cycle, like Nilex, right? Like SaiPa and all these are all industrial products, Anju, okay, high tech, PJ Bumi, etc., etc. Then comes technology stocks, so which is comes in second, and then transportation. So and of course there are certain other assorted sectors that may also feature, like eWin, for example, is a property stock. Although we think property is in the backwater and one of the undervalued, appreciated stocks, but then certain stocks are good. So to know whether they're good, not just use the TAD. If the TAD says 3 arrows are up, that means that stock garner buying interest regardless what kind of sector they are. It might be a very weak sector, right? But then this one, the TAD is triggering a buy. The Tenaga is a good buy for a blue chip, for example. You know what I mean? Right. So you look at the TAD. Now, so now in mid and small cap, let me ask you, how many stocks are there in Malaysia that are mid and small caps? Peter, you are, if I'm not wrong, former Remisia. Maybe you're still Remisia, or you're, gainfully unemployed, as a trader. So, which stocks? How many stocks are there in the mid and small cap? Roughly, huh? So it will be, I suppose, I don't know, 1,000, right there. So I mean, how are you going to pick? Going to choose which among the 1,000 are bullish? All right, if they are for me and small cap. 1,000, every night if you go sit in front of a computer and flip the chart, it take you about 6 hours before you can finish it. But now we have got we've got a new we've got a software. I mean, we started it 5 years ago. That we just click on a button and within a minute it'll just give you a list of stocks that are uptrend with 3 arrows pointing up. How good is that, right? So, which insofar as which stocks to buy, to watch, okay, in the mid cap and the small caps, right now it's into that sector, will be the 3 arrows pointing up kind of stock, right? And we call that the uptrending stocks. Okay, the secret to making money in our market is to buy uptrending stocks. I repeat, the secret to making money in our stocks is to buy not profitable stocks, but uptrending. They may be a loss-making company, but they are uptrending. It's a buy. But if they're a profitable stock, but they are going down, profitable means they make a lot of money, we won't buy. Well, you know what they are already is. One of those were the rubber gloves at one time. They were making tons of money, but they are coming down like a waterfall. We won't touch it. So, right, we will buy uptrending stocks. But the challenge is there are 1,000 stocks. Therefore, we use a software to help us, and this is our secret. The TAT screener, we call it the Total Return Index from Share Analysis Station. It will help you to scan 1,000 stocks within a minute. And I discovered this in 2017. This is my winning system. Okay, for 1 year, 2020, it did. We tested it. It did give us a 100% within a couple of months. Now, I did a scan yesterday. I don't have time to do it now, so therefore I did it one yesterday, right? And these are the stocks that came out from the computer, and within a minute. Okay, so let me just show you a couple of them, and then you will see how good they are. So number one, we are able to scan what are the stocks that are moving right now. Okay, first one is Volcano. Right? How many of you, if you're trading, you already know. This one, very familiar. Oh, you mean it came out in your scan stocks? Yes, it came out in the Share Investor Station scanner. Right? And the second one is Sunview. And then the third one is all these are scan ones, but we pick. So I pick a couple and I'm just showing you, okay? PTRB and LNP, etc. But let's just take 3 of them, and I'll just show you why the computer picks it and how good is it. Now, Volcano, this stock made 68% in 60 days. And remember the 3 arrows pointing up, right? So this stock was picked because they got 3 arrows pointing up, and it started from the 20th of December. 20th of December last year, just only 1 month plus month ago, at 51 cents, triggered a buy because TAD got a buy signal. Arrow up, arrow up, arrow up. And thereafter, you notice, is there any arrow down? Yes, there is. Is the arrow down a sell signal? No, it's not, because you need 3 arrow down for a sell. You have one here, but this one, the atom doesn't have a sell arrow. The duck doesn't have a sell arrow. So so the total sell arrow by itself insufficient, therefore ignore sell, and it continued to go up. This hot air balloon continued to rise and rise. And by the 14th, which is yesterday, it's already 86 cents. 86 minus 51, you got 35 cents, which is equivalent to 68% ROI within 60 days. How good is that? And it is all been picked by a software, okay, by in Share Investor Station, and we have put in pre-programmed our formula, TAD formula inside. So your 10,000 ringgit, if you had invested in this share or tenor, would have given you a return of 6,860. Look, within 60 days. Are you complaining? Not me. I am a happy man. Sunview, another stock that is picked by the software, as earlier, 47.5 in 6 days, 60 days. And when it started to trigger a buy, okay, again, using the three arrow system, over here, on the 19th of December, it triggered a buy. Right, much earlier, some of them triggered a buy over here, but you have further buy here already. On the 9th of Jan, it continued to buy. Look at that. This is the stretch of January. See how the January effect, okay, triggered, and this share was, was one of the so many that was triggered by the January effect. So we have got 61 cents here. We bought at 19th of December, and by 14th of February, it's 90 cents. So we're talking about 60 days, 2 months, holding 2 months. And what is how much do we, how much percentage return is 47.5%. 47.5% return on investment in 60 days. And so if you've got 10K, it would have given you 4,750. How good is that, right? Sunview, I'm sure many of you here, okay, I've seen certain broker report on Sunview, and yeah, many groups have it, and it's been been circulating around, and it was it's a great read. It was great information that the broker analysis was great. That was a fundamental analysis. So when I saw that one, I compared it with my technical analysis and I said, hey, the technical and the fundamentals agree. And that gave me very great confidence to go in. For us chartists, right? Now, your FA good, but your TA must be good. Then we go in. So in this case, the FA and the TA are brilliant. So really it's an easy decision to be calling for this stock for myself. Yeah, right. Let's show you another one. This another very popular one. Okay, that many of our members is also keep inquiring about. Okay, this one started off on the 27th of December. Okay, using the three arrow system where the three arrows they align. Okay, so gave us a buy signal at 74 cents. And then all the way up after that to day before yesterday's close was 114. So 114 minus 74, what do you get? You get 54%. 54% in 45 days. I mean, to get 50% in 45 days, I mean, it's fantastic. So within just 1.5 months, I get 54%. So it's like 30% a month. Oh, you put the money in the bank, you get 4% a year. You know, what's the difference? Yeah. So, but this round, it is the mid and the small cap stocks, right? How many of you have heard of SciPark? Very few, right? It was green energy stuff, but they're into so many things now. That's the fundamental side. Okay, so with 10,000, if you had I put in 10,000, I would have got a return of 5,004. Now, in 45 days, right? And one more very quick one, I like, right? 38 cents, 28 cents. I mean, right? And within the next 30 days, just 1 month only went up 114%. Fantastic. Okay. Now, I'm sure you are impressed. I don't know if, I am impressed by the results of results from my system, TAD system, as applied to these stocks, which are the mid and small cap. They'll find the right stocks for you and they give you a buy and sell call signal, and then it's up to you whether you want to go in or not. So I don't know if you want to learn it. If I've got a system that can help me to make 60% in 60 days, I will want it. Right? out on it. You know. And for those of you who are serious and keen to know, okay, where about you can learn it, we have a class that is coming out in April that will teach you this TAD system. Right? This TAD system, among other things, even if you are a newbie, we'll start on from the very beginning. What is technical analysis? What is fundamental analysis? What are the advantages of each one? Okay, and etc. etc. And ending with the TAD system with the 3 arrows up, 3 arrows down, and teaching you how to use it, giving you that software, that kind of thing. And so this is the class. We call it our master class, which is, so take note of this date, which is on the 1st to the 3rd of April, right? And this master class is going to teach you how to make 60% in 60 days. And how much does it cost you? It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. It only costs you 4,008. That is after discount. Before that is 6,000. Even at 6,000 is a steal. 10,000 is a steal. Let alone 4,000. Imagine 4,008. Okay, is your investment. And in return, if this 4,008 can help you to learn TAD system, that can help you to make 48,000 or even 480,000, depending on whether you are a big player or not. Look, is it expensive to come out with 48 to make 48 or 480K? The answer is it is not. It is very, very cheap. Right? But some of you feedback to me and say, no, it's very expensive. It's 4,008, I say, yeah. If you are not a player in the stock market, I think $48 or so I won't pay. It's going to be too expensive for me. You know what I mean? So it depends on whether you are a serious trader or not. If you are, look, this is a small price to pay. Okay, so now, why do I now talk about the intraday traders? Because why there's a group of you here, who feel that 60% in 60 days is too slow for me, I want to be very fast. For example, I want to make 3% a day, that kind of thing. There are people like that. So, okay, nothing wrong with that. But sorry, I have to say, you got to sit in front of the computer and you look at it, right? Minute in, minute out, that kind of thing. And number two, you got to learn technical analysis like hell, and then apply it and be disciplined and so on. So you need other criteria as well, right? Yeah, sure. And be an intraday trader. Because that one, 60% in 60 days, you buy, you don't have to look at it all the time. At the end of the day, you look at it after dinner and all that. This one, every minute, every second, you got to look at it, right? And this can make you more. But the challenge, again, this one is the consistency, whether you can do it 3% a day for the 20 days. Yeah. So if you can, then look, this is a very good something for you to remember. You remember that that apple a day keeps the doctor away. So 3% a day keeps the doctors away. So I use that, paraphrase that. Right. So you could, and the course that can help you to achieve that is our FIFO. So we have a FIFO course for those of you who are intraday traders who like to go in and out, in and out, in and out within a day. You could get 3% a day if you do that, because it's going to be like the kangaroo jump. Okay, as it goes up, you buy. Before it comes down, you sell. Buy, sell within the same day before it comes back down. Yes, it is possible. And this is the cost that can help you if you are those people who are intraday traders, right? And you want to buy and sell and get in and out and 3% a day. That's the type of course that you should join. And we have one coming out this weekend, in fact, on the 18th, okay, 18, which is this Saturday. Take note of it from 10 to 1. Okay. Now it's only 1,005, only 1,005. But we have given it to some very very, very good discount to 1272. Imagine 1272 for you to learn a system that can help you to make 12,000, 127,000, and even more. All right. So that's all, folks, regarding the topics that I like to present today. Now, I'm now open to the floor, and please ask me the questions that just now that you wanted to ask. And one of them is at times. So, at times still bullish or not. So, to know that, we'll go into the individual chart. So, give me a second while I change over to, hold on a sec. Okay. And I'm going to share Mr. Station. Right. Now, Peter, what are you seeing now? Are you seeing share investor station? Then these are the watch list. These are the active watch list. So our time is in one of the active watch list, right? Okay, you can see that, right? And please just type on the chat box. And so I'm going to open my chart, dynamic chart. And this is at times. Hold on a sec. Okay. Now, I will just erase the previous drawings. You see, this stock was a waterfall before. It was a waterfall before it, and we call this a wedge, huh? You know, a wedge, something to put underneath the floor to prevent, the dough from swinging back. Now, there is a trend change here. Whenever the downtrend line is broken, we have a trend change. That's it. If you're a chartist, this is the point where you start to monitor and look into this stock. Before that, you are never interested in a stock like that because it is just coming down step by step waterfall. But it changed the whole thing here, and that dynamics, yeah, by a breakout, and it was because the rally was too vertical. There are profit takers who just take the opportunity to dump and take their profit. As a result, it came all the way down. Now, why did it stop here and bounce? Part of the reason is because of this 62%. Can you see this 62%? Okay, stop here and make a U-turn over here. Over here. Now we have this 3-day pattern. There is a Japanese candlestick name for it, and it is called Morning Doji Star or Morning Star. Look, and the stochastic is in oversold. And for me, and it hit the 62% support. My God, this pattern is a Japanese candlestick technical buy signal called a morning doji star. Okay, so we have got a technical buy signal based on Japanese candlestick. Beautiful stock. Now, based on Western, right? Of course, it is a flag. You see the volume dip as it goes into the flag. Now notice that today's volume half day is already more than yesterday full day. And by today, it should go above this few, 3-4 days. And if so, it will confirm that, look, the buyers that coming in to push it up are very big players. Okay? And so we're talking about a target. The next thing is the target. And if this is the high that it went to before it came back into consolidation, and let's say this is the breakout point, your next target should be 67 cents. Oh my goodness. Very juicy, this one. Okay, at times. Any question you'd like to ask me, Mr. Peter? And good that you requested what is stock. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next stock. Liao Yuk Lung, which stock should we trade in the future? All right. Okay, so to do that, we do a scan. First thing first, do a scan. To do a scan, you click on the market screener. We want to scan not XGX Singapore, we want to scan Bursa Malaysia, so we click on Bursa. If you want to scan Hong Kong, you want to scan Thailand, you want to scan Indonesia, you just click on Australia, Nasdaq, and all, you can. But we are interested in Bursa Malaysia. We are the experts in Bursa Malaysia stock, and just concentrate on one market. Cukup. Do it well. Do it very detailed, and you make money. Do right. Do not try to be a master of all trades. Be a master of one. Not a master of all countries, but a master of one country, right? Then you make money. Otherwise, you lose in all of them. And you click on, hold on, I'm sorry. While talking to you, I missed. Right. See? Now, and could you please time within a minute, the list of stocks that you are requesting for should come up. The list of stocks. Okay. Just give it a bit of a time. So meanwhile, I look into the other question. Jason, few big caps doing well as well. Yeah, I'm not saying no. Just so I pull out about 10 of them, but yeah, 10% to 4%, 3%. But still, I take your point. And the stock that would fit your bill would be Tenaga. That's about the best stock that one of the best. You say FNN, I haven't seen FNN yet, but I've seen Tenaga, and look, that one is good. And Lawrence, Chin Hin, okay. And I want more stocks. Can you please give me more stocks to watch? Okay. VIS, okay, yes. Right. Okay. A little bit slow, yeah. Okay, let's just see. Let's give it a little bit more time. Okay, let me maybe try it again. Okay, hold on a sec. It shouldn't be so slow. Okay, hold on a sec, huh? Let me just try it again. See, that's what I thought. It is hanging, yeah. We have opened too many screens. That's why. And my apologies for this. Let's. I need to close it and start all again. No need, huh? No need. I'll continue with Chin Hin and others. Okay. So the scanning. I'll perform the scanning a bit later. But roughly, I know what the stocks are that are actually bullish today. So we'll comment on each one of those. But now we have, can I escape? No. See this one. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, huh? Right. Wait. Look, you want Chin Hin, right? So we're going to go Chin Hin. This is Chin Hin. Definitely this stock is climbing up Mount Everest. Okay. Okay, you can see it's fantastic, this stock, yeah. It's in an uptrend. So it'll continue to be in an uptrend. And it'll go as far as you want to go. It's like a hot air balloon and it keep on blowing. See, there was a vertical run on this one, right? Vertical run on this one. See that? And we saw a flag, but today we are seeing a flag breakout. Okay? So again, so this stock is a hold, and the target would be around, one is 480, and the other one would be around 520. Yeah, it's getting very scary, no doubt, because why? It is going up in a parabolic fashion. So yeah, you want to try to capture its profit potential, but at the same time you're worried about what if it comes down. There's great risk of it plunging, so you always put a stop. So the stop to put is a 2-bar stop in a stock that is climbing up. I would call Mount Everest 1, 2, and around there, that would be your support. So if you are a buyer here, a technical buyer here, because of a flag breakout, okay, which is a good area, the buy, that is the pattern that we are seeing right now. I'm seeing, and so the low is basically 406, which is a support. So we have a support at 406. Right. So you're buying and the current price is 419, and you put a stop at a support at 406. You'll be put 1 point below 406, which is 405 or lower. So that's one way to handle this. And the name of the pattern that you're seeing is called a flag. And a flag is a midpoint of a total run. So we expect this to continue to run. That's Jinhin, a very good stock, a very bullish stock, right in the midst of sideways market in the CI. Next. NetGate. So NetGate is a new issue, this one. So rally. So we don't have much data. So whatever data we have, we will use it. Right. So we have a rally here, and then it goes into a consolidation, which is this is your support, and that's your resistance. The first thing first, as a chartist, we just draw the support resistance where it is, and we wait for a breakout. Is there a breakout there, or is there a breakdown there? It's either breaking up or breaking down. So right now, do nothing, hold on, or if you don't have it, just stay aside. Wait for the breakout. Breakout above 127 is a further rally. Break below 112 is, if you had bought, is a cut loss. Quite straightforward again. Okay, but market opening soon, and yeah, Gia. Now the market is opening soon, so I am 1 more minute only. That's right. I'm going to. This is going to be the last talk, and we shall continue another time. Next week I'll come in again and we'll do the same thing. So Ajia is good. SFP Tech is good. Honestly, these are all very good stock. Fatima, SCL Chan. Okay, Mr. Heng, you are our member. Thank you very much for coming in. Iman and all that. Please write to me. Okay, and I will analyze this for you personally. Right? So you got our address, right? Yeah, they got address that they can write to. Right, so one last one is Ajia. All very good stocks, yeah. Okay, and these are all mid cap and small caps. You see, you don't see any big ones. The big caps are Tenaga. See that this is breaking out of a consolidation. There's a consolidation here, and there's a breakout here on strong volume. All right. So again, it went to sideways. It is a breakout already. It's a hold if you have got this stock, right? Waiting for further rallies. That's all. You can accumulate here, but there is no breakout yet. Okay. So if you are a breakout trader, then you want to wait for 192 or higher, 193 or higher to buy. If you want to buy a bit cheaper, that's the current price. If you want to buy now, your stop loss should be over here, which is $1.70, 170. How I get this 170? Over here. Can you see that? My software will straight away give you the blue color line is your stop loss, your support, and that will be 170. So if you are bought at 184, your stop cut loss is 170, 169, right? So not too bad, it's about 16 cents. Yeah. And then if it do goes up, it'll be much higher. And then okay, you can buy a breakout. A very good stock, this one. So I think that's all that we have time for. Please message us on Facebook for the stocks that you want to analyze. And I will analyze them for you. Market's already open. I think it's going to continue to be steady, right? And it's the mid cap and the small caps that are going to continue to run. Keep in touch with us, right? There will be a time when all the interest will shift over to blue chips and index CI stocks, but not yet. So until then, based on the charts, we continue to monitor and trade the mid and the small cap. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in. And also to hope you have enjoyed our sharing of our tech system of making money from our market. So I wish you all success in your trading. And I look forward to see you again next week. Bye-bye.